Now, the content of the project has 3 legs, which consist of a GeoSketchpad, and the other one is manipulatives. The third one is the IT. So in this case, learners, because we are teaching learners who are different in a class. We have learners who are visually impaired, learners who have special needs. So it addresses all the learners in the class. Compared to the old way of teaching, whereby we had learners who were classified as below average, average, and above average. So this one addresses all the learners, whether they are below average or above average, they are addressed.
The challenges that we are facing in our learners is more a little bit broader. Mathematics is the touchable thing. They're supposed to touch mathematics, they're supposed to see mathematics, they're supposed to, whatever they are doing is mathematics. Mathematics is all over. Then if we just build that confidence in our kids, then it will not have that problem of not achieving a good result in mathematics. By so doing, then we strive ourselves in order to perform the standard of our learners in our school.
5 minus 3. We do 5 minus 3. Now we add how many? We add 5 of that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
With manipulatives, learners are able to touch and feel, because I believe that learners, they can build whatever they want to build and prove any concept of math using manipulatives. For example, if we say 3 squared to a learner, calculate the sum of 3 squared. So some learners will say 3 squared is equals to 6. But if they know the word square, they can first build a square with the manipulatives, and they will know that a square has 4 equal sides. So they can prove 3 squared using the manipulatives. They can also build shapes, also build the size and measure them as well. So it is touch and feel learners. It also creates a curiosity in mathematics for learners.
We are trying to build a rectangle. Look at this. These 2 sides are equal in length, and this one are also equal in length. But this one is longer than this one. So this is what? A rectangle. The difference between a rectangle and a square, this one all sides are equal, this one opposite sides are equal.
Interlinking cubes can be used from grade 0 to grade 7. So all of them are relevant to all the grades.
I like doing a long method division and subtractions and addition.
The maths that they were showing us today, it is better for me to understand. We can write it neatly and we can write it with understanding.
With IT, our IT, they can use it together with the GeoSketchpad, because GeoSketchpad, you can only use it when you use the computer. At the same time, when learners are using the GeoSketchpad, they also learn how to use a computer at an early age, how to handle a mouse, how to click, how to cut and paste, how to delete, how to save, how to do many things on a Sketchpad. There are many things that can use on the computer. So IT and GeoSketchpad, they work hand in hand.
There are 2 main options. One object, midpoint, but what we want a segment.
Most of the learners that comes from the secondary schools, when they go to university, they struggle. The first year is a hassle for them. They struggle with the computers and IT and so on.
I think that this math lab is going to help them, since that they are going to work in groups. They are good, actually they are enjoying.
How many red cows are left? They are now 11. This one has how many? 2. How many are left this side? 10.
A teacher can also do some continuous assessment, checking on those who are a bit slower. And really it is very important. It's marvelous, this math lab. Definitely I would recommend that to other schools.
So it also improves the pace, because now if you move fast, if you are playing, the 2 of you are playing, you move fast. The one who's going to fill up the bank will be the winner.
Now countries like India, they're using MATLAB, Australia, they also use MATLAB. And if you look at India, they produce more than 85,000 engineers a year. And the learners that passes matric in India, the one who has failed mathematics, it will be symbol B.
It kind of refreshes us when we come to use the maths lab, because anything we do here makes us understand what we do in class much better, because there's a graphical demonstration of everything we do in class.
want to play our part by adding value in producing learners that are global residents or global citizens. And we need to produce learners that are marketable.
We are currently rolling out the Maths Lab project in 5 districts of the Free State province as a whole. The districts, namely Thabo Mofutsanyana, Fezile Dabi, Motheo, Lejoliputwa and Kharib, where we are doing the Maths Lab in all the schools that have been identified by the department.
I've seen this thing in India. I cannot tell you that when I was in India, I saw children solving a quadratic equation. I don't remember, some of you remember what a quadratic equation is. But, you know, they were solving a quadratic equation with using these manipulatives. There was no paper, there was just an equation there, and they would take these things, put them together, and then they would give the answer. And when I remember that I struggled with the quadratic equations up to when I was in grade 9, or standard 9 at that time. And then I realized that there's value into this thing. And as part of international community, we need to put this thing back into our country. This country has to move forward. Education plays a critical role. There is no economic development without education. Mathematics can be passed by anybody. You don't have to be in a Model C school. Your parent does not have to pay huge amounts of money. Even the schools that are no fees paying schools must have the same standard like everybody else. We are going to launch these 200 labs in our province, and I think that it will make a very big difference. There's no way that we can have a future without mathematics. There's no way that this country can continue to have a situation where children believe that mathematics is difficult. We are the ones who make children believe that mathematics is difficult.